Has your business been stuck at the same revenue and you don't know how to grow it any further? In this video, I'm going to show you how I help my clients crush through their sales plateaus with my 3-step marketing framework, which has helped my clients like Thorsten Kreutz 10x their business and grow from $60K to over $600,000 per month in less than a year. Hi, my name is Nazim, and in the last 10 years, I've helped my clients generate over $40 million in sales. I've taken a dozen of them to 7 figures, and 2 of my clients have scaled to 8 figures, which is how I received the ClickFunnels 10x award. But back to you and your business. Let me guess, you're a bright, hardworking business owner, and despite the tough odds, you've managed to launch and grow your business. You've hit your first 6 figures, then multiple 6 figures, but that's when you started having difficulties. You realize that what's got you here is not going to get you to the next level, to 7 and 8 figures. The good news is that scaling your business past this point is actually easy, but you cannot waste time. You need to work both hard and smart and target the specific issues that are holding you back, which brings me to the problem number 2. These days, the internet is packed with online gurus and business coaches, and each one of them has a course to sell, and it reminds me of an old Russian tale that's called Lebedь, Shukri, and Rak. It sounds funny, but the point is that a goose, a fish, and a crab are trying to pull a caravan forward, but because they're pulling in different directions, the caravan never ends up moving. And listening to internet gurus and coaches these days works the same way for your business. One person tries to sell you TikTok ads while the other is promoting a new marketing funnel. But none of them takes the time to look at your business specifically, which is a big problem, because if you want to overcome your sales plateau, you've got to be precise and specific with your improvements, which is where I come into the picture. I'm not a coach, and I don't have a program to sell you. I'm a consultant, and I work with all of my clients on a one-on-one basis, and the biggest benefit of that is with each client would dive deep into their business and figure out the specific bottlenecks specific to their business. Then I'll run them through my 3-step marketing framework, where we'll maximize the 3 most essential parts of their business. Number 1, their earnings per client. Number 2, their lead gen systems. And number 3, their sales systems. Let's start with number 1, earnings per client. This is the culprit of a business that cannot scale, and 90% of businesses struggle with this point without even knowing it. Now, the problem is that you're simply not making enough money per client, and if you have a low earnings per client, you generate little revenue, and you don't have enough money to reinvest into your marketing, which is key for growth. At the same time, you have to enroll more clients, which means you have to do more of the marketing. But how? You're not making enough money. See how it turns into a vicious cycle? Now, on the opposite, the benefits of maximizing your earnings per client is you'll hit your income goals a lot quicker. You'll need to work with fewer clients, and you don't have to invest as much into marketing and sales. And if you choose and you decide to reinvest money into your marketing, you'll have explosive growth, which will leave your competitors to bite the dust. Take, for example, John Hodder, one of my clients. He was stuck at $500K per year for the longest time, and in just 30 days, that's 3-0, we grew his business to $1 million run rate by simply repackaging his offer and doubling his prices without dropping an ounce in sales rate. Or take Thorsten Kreutz, who I helped to scale to $600K plus per month. What a lot of people don't realize is that the biggest breakthrough came only after 3 months of us working together, when I helped him increase his customer LTV from 5 to 12K. And this is exactly the thing that took him from $60,000 to $200,000 only in 1 quarter. And I can say with almost 90% assurance that if we sit down and look at your business, I'll find a way for you to make more money per client without having to do the extra work. Number 2, lead generation systems. Growing your business is like a triathlon race. You have to plan for each stage. And most businesses do not have a specific plan when it comes to their lead generation systems. The decisions are made based on their feelings instead of data. And you might be wondering, how do I know that? Well, let's do a quick test. Let me know if you can answer the following questions right off the bat. Number 1, what's your cost per lead? Number 2, how many leads do you need to hit your next sales goal? And number 3, how much money will you have to spend to hit that sales goal? If you don't have the answers to these questions, then that's the problem. One of the first things I do with my clients is we sit down and create a lead generation plan that will take them to the next sales target. For example, take my client Vanessa Simpkins, who have grown to $10 million in sales. And one of the first things we did was we sat down and did the lead generation math. We knew that her offer value was $15,000. Sales conversion rate was 15%. So we had to get 8 to 10 leads to close 1 sale. And because we were making $15,000 per sale, we determined that we could pay as high as $3,500 to acquire a sale or $350 per lead because we had to generate 10 leads to get one sale. By knowing this number, we could scale more aggressively while our competitors were babysitting their ad results because they were trying to hit some vanity $150 per lead metric that gurus were peddling. But why? What's the point if we were making money? This allowed us to outbid our competitors, get more leads, and scale our business while our competitors didn't even make a third of what we made. Now, point number 3 is optimizing your sales process. And a good sales process goes way beyond a sales script. In fact, your sales process consists of 3 parts. Number 1, pre-sales, where you have to educate the lead before your service and to hype them up as much as possible before ever getting on a call with you. Number 2, on a sales call, which is basically everything that happens on the sales call. And then number 3, which is post-sales. And as we all know, follow-up and post-sales is the king. From working with over 100 businesses, I have dozens of aces up my sleeve that I can deploy to improve each one of the 3 sales parts. For example, with Passion.io, which is a SaaS company, I've helped them to scale a new product from $0 to $5 million in sales, and one of the biggest bottlenecks was actual pre-sales. Leads would book sales calls, but show up on sales calls very raw and uneducated about the product or how it's going to help them. As a result, a lot of the sales calls were wasted explaining the leads the actual offer. But it all changed when I reinvented the thank you page structure. We put a video with a specific script to educate the leads on our process and also shared some homework with them, which instantly increased the quality of our sales conversations because the leads were now more educated and hyped for the sales calls. Like always, it takes a deep dive into your business specifically to come up with what's not working. The good news is that once we pinpoint what doesn't work, solving it is only a matter of a few weeks. Now, my question to you is, which one of these pillars is lacking in your business? Are you shaking your head in a nod of agreement thinking, gee whiz, I'm missing all of them, or maybe just a few, but the potential is huge? Well, in that case, I'm inviting you to book a consultation call with me. On this call, which is free, I'll ask you strategic questions around you and your marketing and sales, which will help me pinpoint your biggest levers for growth, which will help your business to scale to the next level. Remember, what we're trying to do here is to find critical points in your business which we can hit hard, and it'll enable all sorts of growth. So save yourself months, maybe even years of trial and error, and schedule a consultation call right now by clicking on the link below. I'll see you there.